Hey, would you mind taking on Kelly's work while she's on maternity leave? I'd ask somebody else, but I know I can trust you. No problem, I got it. Hey, I just sent you another brief. Can you get that to me by today? Already finished. Check your email. Hey, here's another project. I know that you're busy, but... Got it, another project. Cool. Great opportunity for me to impress my boss, showcase my value, and stay here until 3 a.m. Gotta get that promotion. Hi everyone, we are announcing promotions today, and David is now a senior consultant. What? But I work way harder than him. Performance punishment. Huh? Performance punishment. So, because you work so hard at your job and go above and beyond every day, your boss rewards you by giving you more work without any additional promotion or pay. It's called performance punishment, and it's kind of a thing. Well, how am I supposed to get promoted if I don't go above and beyond? What, cross my fingers and hope? You need to pair showcasing your capabilities with constantly reiterating your goal of being promoted. And be specific. I am doing this work because I want to be a senior consultant by December 2025. And if your boss isn't collaborating with you and advocating for you to make that happen, you need to leave and go somewhere where your work will actually be appreciated. Overworking yourself, coming in early and staying late, it no longer equals a promotion or a raise. Working smart, gaining visibility, and making your goals crystal clear, now that does. And if that doesn't work, you need to find a new job. You got this! And follow for more.
How to tell a new job about a pre-planned vacation that you still want to go on.
Well, I think that's all the questions that I had. Do you have any questions for me? Yeah, I just have one question. I'm going on vacation June 14th through the 18th, so can I get off for that? I don't... Hey, good news! We'd love to offer you the job. Thank you so much. I took a look at the offer letter and I'm happy to accept. I'm wondering if we could discuss my onboarding timeline. So I see here that there is a June 5th start date, which works with my schedule. However, I do have a prior commitment where I will be out of town June 14th through the 16th. So we can either keep my start date June 5th, or if you'd rather, delay it until June 19th when I return. I don't have a preference either way, so I'm happy to do whatever you think is best. You got this, and follow for more.
How to negotiate your salary after a job offer.
Hey, great news! We'd love to offer you the job. I just sent the offer letter to your email. Okay, so right now you make $50K at your current job, but you really want to make $55K at this new job. Bigger company, and according to Glassdoor, that's a good number for this position. You're willing to stay at your current job, but you have no other offer. They didn't list a salary in the job posting, and this is the first time it's ever been brought up. Wow, thank you so much for the offer. I'm so excited you want me to join the team. However, considering the current market and my specific skill set in UX design, I was expecting an offer closer to $60,000. Would you be able to help me get closer to that number? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll check with the team and get back to you on that. Hey, so my team said that the best we can do is $57,000, but we can also offer you a $2,000 signing on bonus. Wow, thank you so much for taking the time to talk this over with your team. I really appreciate it, and I'm happy to accept the role. Of course, welcome to the team. Follow for more. Okay, I just saw a post on LinkedIn, and I need to know if you guys have been through this too. So the person had gotten rejected from a job because they thought that she lived too far away. Like, they thought that it would take too long for her to get to work. And it reminds me of when I was rejected from an internship because I was living at home with my parents. I wasn't living in the city. And I was like, yeah, I'll just commute to work. It's not a big deal. I'll wake up early and do it. And they were like, yeah, no, that's too far away. We can't do that. And I was like, why does where I live impact my ability to do the job? Like, I'll wake up at 5 and drive in. I'll find parking. Like, I'll make it work. And it just made me so frustrated because I was like, you're literally discriminating based off of where I live. Like, it won't affect you at all. You won't even know the difference. And I just want to know, has that ever happened to you?
For women in particular, the workplace over history, at least in American history, has been fairly hostile. Like, it's not great. Like sexual harassment, the glass ceiling. Now there's a lot on the glass floor when they're penalized.
I haven't heard of the glass
that's
floor.
A good one.
What's that?
Women are being brought in to clean up a man's mess. So there'll be a male executive, he bombs, fucks it up, whatever. You bring in a woman, she can't fix it, and then she's blamed because for the problem.
Oh, we've seen that. We have seen that multiple times.
So there's a lot of that.
Hey Erin, so can I apply to a job at my own company? I currently work in the North America team, but I just saw a position open up on the global team that I think I'd be a really great fit for. Can I apply, or do you think my boss will get mad at me? Ooh, okay, so this is very exciting. So the first step is that you need to make the case to yourself. So go home and write a full page on why you think you are the perfect fit for this role. They won't believe it unless you believe it. The second thing that you're going to want to do is go talk to your current manager and just let them know that you're interested. If they're a good manager, they'll be happy to help. If they're not so great, it's okay. You don't technically need their permission to apply. Just stress to them that you want to throw your hat in the ring, and if it doesn't work out, you're happy to stay in their department. Third, go to HR or the recruiter for the position and let them know that you want to apply. just talk about why this new department is interesting to you. Make sure that you follow up an email after both of these meetings so that you have everything in writing. And finally, if you do an interview with the team, make sure that you treat it as an external interview. So dress up, update your resume, be professional. They already know that you're a strong candidate. You already work at that company. So all you need to do is seal the deal. Thanks, Erin. I'm so glad I follow you.
3 snaky ways to ask about benefits in a job interview.
So do you guys give a lot of PTO? Because I'm really not trying to work my life away and I really want to go on a few vacations next year. The company I currently work at has an accrual PTO policy. Does this company have a similar approach? So I don't want you to know this, but I'm trying to have a baby in the next year, so I kind of need to know what your maternity leave is, because if it's bad, I'm not going to work here. Could you share the company policies around time off for family-related events such as bereavement or paternity leave? So I'm trying to get that free retirement money from y'all, but I couldn't figure out how much you give online, but I really want to know, so can you just tell me? I saw in the job description this company offers a competitive 401k match. Are you able to share more details about that benefit? You got this, and follow for more. Wait, you want to put that you were an administrative assistant on your resume? What, were you good at sending emails? Or did you send 25 to 30 emails a day demonstrating a mastery in written communication and attention to detail? Did you help with events? Or did you coordinate with the fundraising staff and outside vendors to set up 5 to 10 events per year, raising over $3 million for lung cancer research? Did you make things run smoothly? Or did you schedule and coordinate virtual and in-person meetings, events, travels, and appointments for a 30-person department? Did you spend too much time in Excel? Or did you organize and manage sensitive data input in over 12 Excel spreadsheets, retrieving and delivering on a quarterly basis? Did you know the next thing your boss is going to ask you for before they asked you for it? Or did you create a more efficient workspace, proactively anticipating department needs? Follow for more and check out the brand new resources in my bio. So as somebody who makes career advice content, here's why the whole conversation around the 4-day work week really irks me. First of all, big fan of the 4-day work week. I think it's really cool. It's giving 2-day delay, instead of a snow day, you just get a 2-day delay to your school day, and you would still get all the same amount of work done, but you'd get to sleep in. It's giving that. However, can we talk about how the whole conversation around the 4-day work week the implementation only really applies to people who already have pretty cozy jobs? Like the NYPD, doctors, people who work at Walmart. They're not ever getting a 4-day work week. Yes, it'd be great. Bring it on. Society is progressing, but let's be honest, only certain careers are really going to be able to implement it. Anyway, our babies are cute. But you know what wasn't cute? That hospital bill. Since we have a high deductible plan, we had to pay $2,000 before walking out of the hospital. Oh yeah, we got that bill too, but we just reimburse ourselves using our HSA. Your what? A health savings account. Why does nobody know about these? Oh, I know about it. I've been investing in my HSA for years. My employer contributes too. Free money. I know, right? Wait, back up. What's an HSA? Oh, it's this awesome savings account where the government says you can put money in tax-free, invest it tax-free, and then take it out tax-free for any qualified medical expense, even things like therapy. Wait, that's triple tax advantage. That's better than a Roth IRA or a 401k. What's the catch? Well, the limit is lower. So this year you can only put in $3,850. Yeah, but next year they're raising the limit to $8,300 for family coverage. And that invested in the stock market over time? Wait, this sounds like a great way to save on taxes and build wealth for your family. Why don't more people do that? They do. But a lot of people just don't know about it. Yeah, rich people do it all the time. As long as you have a high deductible plan, you can do it too. You got this, and follow for more. So to get to the point, I accepted a new job, and today's my last day. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I've learned a lot in this role and wish you the best of luck moving forward. What? You can't just leave today. You have to put in your 2 weeks notice. Oh, is that legally required? No, but it's professional to put in a 2 weeks notice. Oh, well, I'd be happy to, if it went both ways. What do you mean by that? Well, last week when the company laid off 7% of its staff due to budget restraints, did they get a 2 weeks notice? Well, did they get any severance pay? No, in fact, I think they were told to leave same day. Okay, but that's different. I don't see it that way. Why do you think it's only customary for the employee to give 2 weeks and not the employer to do the same? Especially when they're terminating an employee at no fault of their own. Well, that's just the way things are. It's how they've always been. When an employee quits a company, the worst case scenario is that the company is temporarily inconvenienced. But when a company terminates an employee, that person loses a paycheck, which could cost them their housing, food, and safety for them and their family. So if it's customary for workers to give a 2 weeks notice, wouldn't it only be fair to expect companies to do the same? You're raising a lot of good points. Food for thought. Here are 3 psychological hacks that will help you make any habit stick, and a lot of them come from this book, Atomic Habits. You gotta read it. Number 1, make it enjoyable. If this is not the biggest life hack of all time, Want to eat healthier? Find 3 healthy recipes you think are absolutely scrumptious. I personally love a good sheet pan with salmon and veggies. Want to exercise more? Find a type of exercise you genuinely think is fun, like you forget that you're working out. For me, this was martial arts, life-changing. It's more fun, you are more likely to stick with it. Point blank. Number 2, remove friction. There are 2 steps to any action. The thought and then the movement. Where habits break down is between the thought and the movement. So you need to create less friction between those 2 things. So if you're like trying to get to the gym more, the night before lay out your shoes and your outfit. Because it's already there, you just put it on and you... Number 3, give yourself a reward. We love habits that are satisfying. For example, if you're trying to stop looking at your phone before bed, tell yourself that only on nights where you don't look at your phone before bed and you fall asleep without looking at your phone, you can go out and get a latte. Or whatever, that's just an example. You got this, and follow for more.
How to answer why do you want to work at this company in a job interview.
Thanks for coming in today. So why do you want to work at this company? Well, I need a little thing called money. Oh, well, I think it looked like really good on my resume. To be honest, I saw you were remote, and I'm looking for basically any remote job. Stop. They're not actually asking why do you want to work at this company. They know you need money. They are giving you an opportunity to tell them about any reason besides money that you might be interested in working at this company. Let's try that again. So why do you want to work at this company? What I really admire about Company A is your commitment to innovation. It's so impressive that Company A has been around for more than 50 years and is still such a leader in the industry. I wasn't surprised to see that the recent launch of Product B was a huge success. What's really interesting to me about this role is the opportunity to grow. I'm eager to contribute my expertise in B2B sales and CRM, but I'm also very excited by the opportunity to work my way up to a director role and one day have a team of my own. As a customer success manager, I've been able to successfully onboard more than a dozen clients and generate $250,000 in upsells. And now I'm looking to bring my skills to a company like this one that has a product that I really believe in and opportunities for growth. You got this, and follow for more. Ugh, I feel like my boss is mad at me. Did you do something to be rude or unkind to them? No, not that I know of, or that I meant to do at least. Did they say that they were mad at you? Well, no. Then it's not your problem. But they've been acting kind of standoffish. That would be called a them problem. What's a them problem? A them problem is something that you're not responsible for. They could have just got dumped or just be hungover. It could have nothing to do with you. It's a them problem. But what if it's a me problem? Then they'd come to you and tell you. You're not a mind reader, and speculating whether or not someone else's passive-aggressive behavior has anything to do with you is a waste of energy. But what if she comes to me and she says that, like, I messed something up or I offended her or something like that? Then it would be a you problem, and you gotta fix that. But until that happens, it's a them problem. Wow, I feel a lot lighter. Thanks, work bestie. Follow for more.
How to answer one of the most annoying interview questions ever. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know. Oh, I like to go with the flow, not to put myself in a box of limitations. Well, ideally, I'd be working for your competitor. Oh, 5 years from now, I see myself traveling the world, enjoying life, drinking lots of wine. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's hard to know what life is going to look like in 5 years. I mean, as we've seen, the world can be very unpredictable. But while I do like to maintain flexibility, adaptability, and an open mind, I do have specific ambitions and goals. 5 years from now, I'd like to be in a role where I'm leading a creative team. I'd like to be working on projects that I'm excited about for campaigns that I really believe in. Becoming a creative director or having a senior leadership role is definitely a goal that I'm working towards. You got this, and follow for more. This is the most important question you need to be asking at the end of every single job interview, no matter what job it is. Most people don't ask this question and they regret it, but you're not going to be most people because you're watching my video. The question is, thank you so much for meeting with me today. Do you know when I can expect to hear back about next steps? And that question is genius for 3 reasons. Number 1, it shows proactive communication. Look at you thinking about the future and timelines and things. Someone would make a great employee. Number 2, it sets your expectations so you don't have to be in the dark. This is a self-serving question. Like, when am I going to hear back from you? You're just going to ghost me? 1 day, 3 weeks, what are we working with here? And number 3, it gives you a date in which you can send a follow-up email. So if they don't contact you by the date that they said that they were going to contact you by, you can send them an email saying, why haven't you not contacted me by this date you were going to contact me by? I mean, like, don't say that, but like, you got this. Follow for more. Hey boss, congrats on the new job. Thanks, I'm glad to be leaving this department in good hands. I put in your name to fill my position. Really? Oh, thank you so much. Hi, we're hiring someone new to replace your old boss. Would you be able to train them? Oh, yeah, I can do that, no problem. Oh, really? I was actually looking to be considered to fill her position. She let me know that I was her recommendation. Yeah, but you don't have the bachelor's degree that we require. Hold up, you're telling me just because I don't have a silly little degree means that I'm not qualified to do her job, but I'm qualified to train somebody to do her job? Oh, is the bachelor's degree required by law? No, it's just company policy. That's dumb. Well, if you're open to it, I'd really like to be considered for the role. I can jump right in, I know exactly what to do, no training or onboarding necessary. And if you like, I can even work towards finishing my degree in the meantime. Well, those are some good points. Let me take this back to the team and we'll get back to you this week. You better. Thank you so much, and if you have any hesitations about my ability to perform the role, I'm more than happy to sit down with the team and discuss. Follow for more.
How to answer what are your salary expectations when the salary range is listed in the job description.
So, what are your salary expectations for this role? I saw that the job posting said that the salary range was $80,000 to $110,000. Is that still the case? Yes. Does that align with your expectations? Well, it depends on other elements of the compensation package, but I would say that the higher end of that aligns with my expectations. Hey, great news! We'd love to offer you the job. Do you accept? Yes, I accept. Thanks, but how much is the pay? Double it, and we got a deal. Hey, great news! We'd love to offer you the job. Do you accept? Wow, thank you so much for your offer. I'm so excited to join the team. Would you mind emailing me the offer letter so that I can review the specifics? Sure. Okay, $105,000 a year plus healthcare, a 401k match. Okay. Hello, again, thank you so much for your offer. Considering my industry experience and additional skills in the new AI systems, an annual salary of $115,000 seems more appropriate. Can you help me get closer to that number? If so, I'm ready to start ASAP. We can meet you in the middle at $110,000. Does that work? I can agree to that. Thank you so much. Feel free to send over the revised offer letter. You got this! And follow for more. So, what do you do here again? Oh, I'm the new executive assistant? Oh, you can just say that you get your boss coffee. No, not really. That's kind of rude. I do more than that. Whoa, calm down. No need to get all offended. I'll see you later. So, what do you do here again? I'm the new executive assistant. Oh, well, you can just say that you get your boss coffee. I'm just kidding. I know that you do more than that. What company? When did you start? When did I start? Yeah, at the company. Yesterday. I'll see you around. Rude people at work have fragile egos, and they're overcompensating for insecurity. They put you down and make them feel better about themselves. Just try to ignore them as much as possible. Keep it classy, and don't give them what they want. You got this! And follow for more. Hey, Erin, I'm an immigrant working in the US, and I just got laid off. I need to find a new job that's willing to sponsor my visa, or I have to leave the country. Any tips for how I bring this up in a job interview? Applying to a bunch of jobs, hoping to get an interview, and then trying to bring this up in that interview, hoping the company will sponsor you, it's too time-consuming and risky. Here's what we're going to do instead. Go to hp1grader.com or myvisajobs.com, and you can look at all the companies that regularly sponsor people. Then you're going to reach out to those companies, go to their careers page, and apply directly. Next, you're going to want to reach out to the department heads and the recruiting teams at those companies on LinkedIn with a message like this. Finally, I want you to sleuth on LinkedIn and see if you know anybody working at these companies. Then reach out to them and let them know that you applied. A lot of large companies will have referral programs where they can get a bonus if you get hired, so you can definitely use that to your advantage. You got this, and follow for more.
How to answer where do you see yourself in 5 years for an internship interview.
Hi, thanks for coming in today. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, so in 5 years I'll be 20. 21. Well, my real dream is to be a travel blogger, so hopefully in 5 years I'll be a digital nomad. 22, 23. 5 years I'd like to be married, have a house, 2 to 3 kids, an Academy Award. Hi, thanks for coming in today. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? That's a good question. As I'm only 20, I'm very much aware that I still have a lot to learn about the industry. So my goal for the next few years is just to continue to be a sponge and learn about what careers are out there and what I'm passionate about. But with that being said, I'm definitely sure that I'm passionate about development and production for narrative work. Right now, I see myself living in a place like New York or LA and working in development, honestly, for a company like this one. I see myself listening to pitches, reading scripts, and working with a team to greenlight projects. The most important thing to me is that I make a positive contribution to the future of the film industry. Follow for more. So I keep hearing that investing is a great way to get rich while you sleep. So today, I'm going to start investing in the stock market. Ooh, sounds like a plan. Me too. Alright, I did it. I invested $6,000 a year for 40 years, and I have almost $2 million in my investment account. Me too. We're so smart. Hey, you owe taxes on that. 20%. Pay up. Aw, man, really? Ugh, okay, here you go. How much did they tax you? Oh, they didn't tax me at all. I get to keep all of it. What? Is this a legal little scheme you think? Nope, perfectly legal. Really? How? Well, I invested using a Roth IRA account. It's a type of account in the US that people can put money into, invest it, and then take it out tax-free when they retire. So you're telling me that by just clicking a couple more buttons, you have like $400,000 more than me. Yeah, I guess I did when you put it like that. Oh man. Good on you for saving and investing though. Thanks. You got this! And follow for more.
Yeah, I didn't even qualify for public or anything because my parents made too much.
You're like
which was
in
frustrating
between.
because they were a one-income household. Like my mom didn't make any money. I got a ton of scholarships, though. I will say, I was a Taco Bell Live Mouse scholar.
No,
dude, I had the Taco Bell scholarship.
no way.
Yeah, they gave me like $35,000.
Are you
It was
serious?
amazing. Yeah.
Shout out Taco.
Shout out Taco Bell.
Okay.
Live Moss.
Fun fact: I've never had Taco Bell.
How to answer what is your greatest strength in a job interview?
Thanks for coming in today. So, what would you say is your greatest strength? Well, I'm like a good employee. I mean, I show up on time. I'm extremely intelligent. Not me blinking on an answer. Time management. Is that right? That's what the internet told me to say. Thanks for coming in today. So, what would you say is your greatest strength? I've had previous managers tell me that I'm really dependable. They can always count on me to get the job done right and on time, and that always means a lot to me when I hear that. One of my greatest strengths is tenacity. If I have a goal, I will do whatever it takes to get there, and I always believe that there's a solution. I'm resourceful, I'm scrappy, and I'll never give up without a fight. Something that I've been complimented on in the past is my attitude. No matter what's going on, I always try to bring positive energy to the team, and I've been told this is something that people really appreciate. You got this, and follow for more.
We always think, but what if it doesn't work out? I'm here to ask you, but what if it does? The truth is, despite all the planning, you don't actually know where you're going to be in 5 years. You can't control the future, but you can control what you do today. Your dream life is out there waiting for you, and it is begging you to hurry up already. Rejection is part of the equation for success. The most successful people you know have failed more times than anyone else. You have to trust the process. Of course, it's uncomfortable. You're growing and hurts sometimes. The quicker you grow, the more intense the pain. You don't have to focus on having it all right now. You just need to focus on getting 1% closer each day. The worst thing you can do is nothing. There will be setbacks, obstacles, rejections, surprising twists, but they're all just good for the plot. If everything worked out perfectly, that wouldn't make for a very good story, would it? As I always say, the best things in life aren't easy, but they're worth it. Trust the process, trust the journey, and trust yourself.
How to answer why should we hire you when you have no idea why they should hire you?
Hi, thanks for coming in today. So, why should we hire you? I don't know, don't you need to hire someone? I really align with the values of this company. Oh, which values? Next question, please. Stop, they're not actually asking why should we hire you. What they're saying is make your case to me so that I can make my case to my boss to bring you in for another interview. Try this. So, why should we hire you? I believe that I'm a strong fit for this role for several reasons. First, I have the technical skills. I'm extremely comfortable with the Creative Cloud, project management systems, how to organize assets and manage workflows, but I also have the soft skills that you're looking for in this role. I'm a highly organized, solution-oriented self-starter with strong written and verbal communication skills. However, when you're hiring me, you're not just getting a video editor. You're getting someone who's going to bring energy to the team, someone who is passionate about the success of the company as a whole, and you're getting somebody who really takes pride in the quality of their work so that clients keep coming back. You got this, and follow for more. Here's my method for reaching out to companies to find jobs in the hidden market. But yes, finding hidden jobs does vary depending on the company. Some companies are very transparent with their hiring processes, others are a little bit more conservative. But any good professional hiring team will be happy to get your message. So first go to LinkedIn if you guys need help setting up your LinkedIn profile. I have a free career guide in my bio. And then type in the company that you want to work for, and then like talent acquisition, or you might have to try like hiring manager or HR. They all call them different things. Then after you hit search, click on people, and then you can see all the people who work in hiring for that company. Now this next step is really important, and it's where most people make their mistake. Send them a message, but do not ask them for anything. Everyone wants something from these people. Just be soft. Something like, hi, my name is Erin. I'm a New York-based editor with 10 years of experience. Something that you want. I wanted to introduce myself because I'm a big fan of Netflix. Do you know how I can learn more about future career opportunities? Do you see how I left it open? Maybe could they connect you with somebody? Can they direct you to a certain department? And if they're good at their job and they're professional and the culture of that company is good, they will love to see your message. Yes, you should 1000% every single time reply to a rejection email, and here's why. One time I got a rejection email. It was for a film grant, and they told me that my application was not moving forward to the next round. So I responded very politely. I thanked them for considering me, and I asked again very politely why I was not moving on to the next round. Long story short, they reconsidered my application, and I won the grant. If you apply for a grant, a job, an internship, whatever it is, and you get a rejection email, respond immediately. Most people don't respond, they just move on. Don't be like most people. Use this opportunity to network. Maybe that role wasn't right for you at that moment, but another role next month might be. There's a ton of different ways to respond to these emails, but you know I have a template for you. Here's my template, feel free to screenshot. And here's an example. Dear Katie, thank you so much for letting me know and taking the time to consider my application. While I'm very disappointed, I want to let you know that I loved meeting the team and learning more about a career at HBO. Are you able to provide feedback on what I could improve on? Don't worry, it won't hurt my feelings. Feel free to be blunt. I hope our paths cross again very soon, and I wish you all the best moving forward. And remember, it's their loss. They'd be lucky to have you. Let me know if this helps and follow for more. Hey, great news! You got the job! We'd love to give you an offer. Really? That's amazing! I'm so excited. So, I know you wanted 75K, and all we can offer is 65K. However, in this role, you may be entitled to a bonus of up to 20% at the end of the year, which would put you at 78K. So, oh yeah, that sounds great. I'll take it. All right, end of the year, and I'm so ready for that 20% bonus. Your what now? Oh, my 20% bonus. The bonus that you said that I'd get during my offer, to get me to agree to a lower salary. Remember? Oh yeah, well, we said that you may be entitled to up to 20%, so. Oh, okay, what does that mean exactly? Well, due to unforeseen circumstances in the macroeconomics of the industry plus inflation, and due to these unprecedented times, we had to tighten our waistband to make sure that we could stay afloat. So, no bonus. So sorry. Out of our control. Don't be like me, y'all. Bonuses are bonuses. They're extra. Always negotiate your salary so that you're comfortable with the number. And don't rely on a bonus. You've got this! And follow for more. Let's talk about the 2 methods you can use to pay down your debt using candy. Don't scroll, kids. I got candy. So let's say you got a little bit of student loans, a car payment, a brand new mortgage, and some credit card debt. The snowball method is really fun. First, you organize your debts from the smallest balance to the largest balance. Then each month you pay the minimum payment on each of the debts. But you make an extra payment towards the smallest balance. So then you get rewarded sooner. No more debt. And then you move on to the next smallest debt, keep making those extra payments, and then you get that satisfaction early, which can really help with motivation. Now the avalanche method is also super fun. With this one, you organize your debt from the lowest interest rate to the highest interest rate. And you know the drill, each month you make a minimum payment towards each of your debts. But with this one, you make extra payments towards your debt with the highest interest rate. So you really target that debt that just keeps on debting. This is a quicker and more efficient way to pay off your debt. So gather up all your debt and organize it. Make a plan. Celebrate your wins. And know that you're not bad because you have debt. You're not morally wrong. It is what it is. You live and you learn. And financial literacy is so sexy and cool. And feeling like you have your financial life together is like one of the greatest feelings in the world. You got this. And follow for more. So, I saw that you wanted to take Friday the 14th off. Yeah, I do. Yeah. What? Well, what did you have planned? I'm going up to meet with my boyfriend. It's our anniversary. Oh, how sweet. Your anniversary. Yeah, I just don't know how that's gonna work for me. What do you mean? Well, we have that presentation to the client Wednesday, so I'm gonna need boots on the ground Friday. What? Oh, I'm really sorry. But I already have the hotel booked. I requested this PTO 4 weeks ago. I hate this more than you do, trust me. Well, I'm sure we can figure something out. I have Dave filling in for me on Friday, and I feel really prepared for this meeting. Yeah, well, I wish that was the case. It is the case. Well, what exactly do you want me to do? I have 20 days of PTO every year, and this year I only used 14 because it's been very difficult to schedule them. I'd like to find a way to work together so that my promised PTO can be honored. Well, what exactly do you want me to do? I'd like you to reconsider your choice about my PTO request on the 14th. Dave is more than capable of filling in for me. I'm already ahead of my work, and I'm feeling really prepared for the meeting on Wednesday. I guess I can think about it. Thank you. I desperately need your help. I'm on the job hunt and I'm 6 months pregnant. I have a second round interview with a company and they want me to do it in person. My first interview was virtual, so I didn't tell them I was pregnant since I didn't want it to work against me. But now I obviously can't hide my baby bump. I know I'm qualified for the job and I really want to get it. But when do I tell them I'm pregnant? Do I hide it or should I just tell them right now? Help.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. So I want to be clear. There is no silver bullet secret maneuver I can do that will force them to recognize your humanity, not discriminate, and give you the job, and everything's going to be sunshine and roses.
Yeah.
This is a high-risk situation, and we can't guarantee any specific outcome. In my experience and in my opinion, and someone can disagree with me, I would say something in writing to them like, hey, very excited for the in-person interview. Just so you know, I'm 6 months pregnant. Do you have parking options? Where's the best place for me to be? You know, you're not asking for any special treatment but you're giving them a heads up.
Yeah.
And now we have established in the paper trail that you are pregnant. They know you are pregnant, and you're qualified, and you're doing the interview. And now if you're wrongfully denied the employment, we've got a little more ammo if we want to pursue action that way.
Yeah.
But also think of it this way. Like, I know it's scary. If you're showing at 6 months, they're going to see, and it's better to have the paper trail establishing it in writing than for them just to say, oh, we went another direction. And it's an opportunity to see what kind of people they are and if you want to work with them. Because if they ghost you or they freak out that you're pregnant, you don't want to work with them anyway, even if you couldn't sue for it. It's a great integrity test. But if they're like, oh my gosh, congratulations, here's the best place to park and bathrooms are over here if you need to go, and we're so excited to see you, like, now you know you're with good people. Yeah.
And obviously, our total dumpster fire of a healthcare system. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, we can all agree that our healthcare system does not function correctly. And we spend more per capita than any European country on healthcare, and yet most of us don't receive government healthcare. And that's actually another thing that I see a lot of Europeans will comment, like, how do Americans not have healthcare? And I'm like, oh, no. We have robust, free, quote unquote, free healthcare here. It's just not for the middle class.
Yes, I bring up healthcare a lot wherever I go because it is interesting.
So interesting to me.
And one thing I think that people don't understand is taxes are much higher in Europe. So you might not feel like you're paying for your healthcare, but you are paying more in taxes, and that typically does go to your healthcare. And I think that the idea in America, although I agree, I don't think it's working, is you should save up your money to then, if you need healthcare, you have the funds to pay for it. But that's such an unknown, and the prices can vary extraordinarily.
How to answer the most annoying interview question. Tell me about yourself.
Hi, thanks for coming in today. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. Isn't everything you need to know pretty much on my resume? I had a rough childhood. My mom abandoned us. My dad was an alcoholic. I went to the University of Maryland and graduated with a bachelor's in journalism. Well, I like to play tennis. I have a cat named Carl. I'm allergic to peanuts. Hi, thanks for coming in today. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. Sure. So I'm from the DC area, and I studied journalism at the University of Maryland because I want to stay close to home and eventually work in the news scene in DC. I currently work at Politico, and I really enjoy my job there and the news stories that I get to cover. However, I've always been fascinated by the use of the audio medium to tell stories. And of course, it's always been a dream of mine to work for NPR, so I'm really excited to be here today meeting you and learning more about the opportunities here. And in my spare time, I like to go to Nationals games and go on runs with my dog. Hey, great news! We'd love to interview you for the job. Let's meet at the tavern next Wednesday at noon. Wow, that's great. Wait, the tavern? Yeah, we've been having a lot of interviews lately, so we thought we'd do some over lunch. Hope it's not a problem. What do I do? Hey, don't worry, I got you. So, lunch interviews suck. That doesn't make me feel better. They're like, so terrible. Really not helping. But if you follow my 5 tips, you're gonna be just fine. Number 1 is to treat it like a normal interview. So prepare all your answers, do your research, and dress up. Number 2 is to get there early and be extremely polite with every single person that you interact with. The waitress, the hostess, everybody. If they fill up your water, look at them, smile, and say thank you. Like you normally do, right? Number 3, in rookie error, don't order something that you have to eat with your hands. Order something that you can eat with a fork and knife and take small bites. So no sushi, no burgers, no pizza. Number 4, when the check comes, they should pay. If it's awkward, you can offer to split it, but they should pay for the bill. And number 5, lastly, don't slip. A lot of the times when people go to lunch interviews, they tend to feel more casual and relaxed, which means that you can let a few things slip that you wouldn't in a normal interview. Be sure to keep things professional and be on your guard. Follow for more.
Rookie mistakes people make in job interviews.
Yes, I would be delighted to answer that inquiry. 3 months ago, on October the 18th, I was in our company offices when I encountered a client. Shoot, I'm blanking on the name of that software. I really shouldn't have had that 3rd martini last night. Honestly, the company seems pretty dope. It's giving elite tech office. Sorry, what was the question again? Sorry, I just get really anxious in these settings. I'm just really nervous for this interview. I know that about myself, so I'm really working on trying to not be so nervous, and I get anxious, and then I start to stumble over my words, and I should start over. What was the question again? Yeah, I saw the job posting and read a bit about the company, and I've been working in software development for years, and so, I was working with this team and, departments like that, they can get a little, touchy with each other. And, the job sounds really great, I have all the hard skills and the soft skills and, I can work the computer and do all that. I'm going to need you to come in for a shift this weekend, okay? 8 a.m. Okay. Hey, guys, I can't come to the concert. I have to work. I'm gonna need you to come in for a shift this weekend, okay? 8 a.m. Oh, I'm actually not available this weekend. What do you mean? What are you doing? I have personal plans. Well, what are you doing? You going to a concert or something? Just cancel it. I need you to come in. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that. When I hired you, I really thought that you were going to be a team player and help us out a bit more. Well, I would say that I am a team player, and I'm happy to work on weekends when given proper notice, like I have in the past. So that's it then. You're just going to leave me hanging. I really hope that you don't see it that way. Unfortunately, this weekend I am unavailable to work, but if I was available to come in, I totally would. I hope that you can find somebody, and then in the future we can find a way to communicate about weekend work more in advance. Okay, whatever. I think Stephanie can do it anyway. Thank you so much for understanding. If you struggle with bosses like me, follow Erin for more career advice.
How to trick yourself into sounding more confident in a job interview.
Number 1, know that they already love you. They looked at your application and they were like, damn, we need to talk to this person. The person interviewing you is not looking for reasons to reject you, they are looking for reasons to hire you. So live up to their expectations. Make all their dreams come true. Number 2, look good. We all know, when you look good, you feel good. That's not girl math, that's straight fact. Number 3, use a downward inflection. When we're nervous, we tend to go up at the end of our sentences, and using a downward inflection will help you sound more confident. Number 4, don't think of it as an interview, think of it as a meeting. Do your research. Go on with some questions. Do you even want to work at this company? And number 5, use affirmative language. When in doubt, keep things positive. Yes, I'd be happy to elaborate on that. What I find interesting about this company is, if hired, I'd be more than happy to help with that. You got this, and follow for more. Can you do me a really quick favor and tell me that I cannot run a half marathon? Okay, here's the deal. Some people are motivated by medals, awards, trophies, competition, getting into shape. I, however, am not motivated by any of that. I am motivated by spite. Here's the problem. My husband got like half my family to sign up for the Richmond Half Marathon in November. And everybody's like, oh, Erin, you could totally run it. And I'm like, I know I could. That doesn't work for me. I need someone to tell me, Erin, you cannot physically run a half marathon. Okay, here's some things to work with. Number 1, I am 5'0". Number 2, built like and run like the Pillsbury Doughboy. And number 3, the cherry on top, I have chronic sports-induced asthma. I've never been able to run long distances. Cards are really stacked against me on this one. So, do you think that I could run a half marathon? I need some motivation. Thanks in advance. Did you know that the average American spends 13 hours and $290 filing their taxes? But not you, because you found my account. Watch this. Okay, time to file my taxes. Let's shop around to see the cheapest company to use. Wait, you have to pay a private company to pay your taxes to the government? Well, yeah, is that not what you do? No, our government just has a website where you can go online, file your taxes, and that's it, you do it for free. What? That's not fair. Wait, we have that too. Does no one watch my videos? What? Where? A lot of people don't know this, but the IRS just launched a new website called Direct File. And this year, eligible people from 25 states can use it to file their taxes 100% for free. Well, how do I know if I'm eligible? It's easy. Just go to directfile.irs.gov and click this button to see if you qualify. And if your taxes are a bit too complicated to file directly, I recommend freetaxusa.com or hiring a local CPA. And remember, kids, the sooner you file your return, the sooner you can get your refund. You got this? And follow for more.
How to get out of a conversation when the other person will not stop talking.
So then I go up to him, and you are not gonna believe this. He says that he didn't know the meeting was set for Tuesday, but I sent him an email on Friday that he definitely had time to read on Monday. And this is where it gets interesting. I go in and I check his time card, and he's been billing this client. So then I walk over to Jen and just guess what I ask her. What? Do you know why Alex didn't show up to the meeting on Tuesday? And she says the craziest thing you'll never guess. Stop. Okay, so we've all been in the situation where we're thinking, I'm dropping all the hints. How do I get out of this conversation? So here's how you can do so swiftly and gracefully. And she says the craziest thing you'll never guess. Oh, Jim, I'm so sorry. I'm running late for something, but I would love to catch the rest of the story later. And he's been billing this client. Oh, well, on that note, I'm gonna let you get on with the rest of your day, but it was great to catch up, and I'll see you around. Do you know why Alex didn't show up to the meeting on Tuesday? Hey, sorry to interrupt your story. You'll have to excuse me. I need to use the restroom before the next event. But it was great to meet you, and I'll see you around. Don't worry about it. I'll see you later. You got this! And follow for more. Hey, I saw that you requested a few days of PTO next month. What are you doing? Where are you going? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to tell you where I'm going. Need help? Aaron, I do not want to tell my boss details of where I'm taking my vacation. I'm afraid that they're going to do exactly what they did last time and find out that I'm going to my family's lake house with Wi-Fi, and then they're going to ask me to do work, and they're going to be like, oh, it's just this time. But like, it's not just this time, it's never just this time. Just kindly let them know that it's personal. They're not entitled to know what you're doing in your free time. They don't have to know that you're going to your family's lake house. For all they know, you could be going to a funeral or to have a medical procedure done. You know, you could be doing something not fun at all. So it's okay if you don't want to share because you feel like it's going to be used against you. Just smile and keep it vague, like this. Hey, I saw that you requested a few days of PTO next month. What are you doing? Where are you going? Oh yeah, I need a few days off. I'm actually trying to keep my personal and professional lives kind of separate. Is there a problem with approving the days? Oh no, I was just checking. You know, we might be a little busy during that time, so. Okay, got it. Well, I appreciate your flexibility, and Kelly is covering for me, so we won't skip a beat. All right, you got this. And follow for more.
How to negotiate a medical bill.
Ugh, I got this $10,000 medical bill in the mail for this emergency surgery that I had to get last month. I got laid off and I didn't have insurance, so I'm stuck with this huge bill. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm so sorry. Have you tried negotiating it? Negotiating a medical bill? Yes, medical bills are not set in stone. Here are 4 ways to go about it. Number 1, you can see if you're eligible for something called charity care. Most hospitals in the US are nonprofits, so they legally have to do this. Go to dollarfor.org and they have a great tool to see if you're eligible. Okay, option 2 is that you can negotiate on your own. You can call the hospital and say something like, hi, remember to be friendly. You want to make these folks your ally. I recently received a medical bill for a procedure on 12/18 totaling over $10,000. Unfortunately, I'm currently unemployed and I'm unable to afford this amount. Could you please provide me with an itemized bill so that I can review the charges? 80% of hospital bills contain errors, so getting an itemized breakdown is crucial. Option 3 is to ask for a cash settlement amount. If you pay in cash, hospitals might be willing to lower your bill by 30 to 50%. And lastly, you can always enlist the help of a company like Goodbill. They negotiate hospital bills on your behalf. Goodbill specifically charges no upfront payment, so it's free unless you save money. And then call your representative. Look up to see who donates to their campaign. The healthcare industry spends more money lobbying the US government than any other industry, and the US spends more money on healthcare per capita than any other country on earth. This is embarrassing. The US can and needs to do better. You got this! And follow for more. A recent study found that 1 in 5 employers have had a college graduate bring a parent to a job interview. At first when I read this, I was like, there's no way. But after sleuthing the internet and consulting and chatting with some first-person sources, yeah, this has kind of been a thing. And many people have told me that they have received phone calls and emails from parents trying to set up interviews for their adult children with college degrees. Which brings me to my next point. Many people, when they read that headline, will blame the young adult. How could they be so unprofessional and immature? But I'm over here blaming the parent. Elder millennials, Gen X, some baby boomers. What are you doing? You know better than that. Let your kid go to the interview. Just let them figure it out. Sure, help them pick out an outfit and do a mock interview with them, absolutely. But like, back off, or at least wait in the parking lot. And just a general reminder for anyone entering the workforce who doesn't know, because we did just come out of a literal pandemic, you gotta dress up for a job interview, even a virtual one. Put on a blazer, comb your hair, look good. It should just be you and the interviewer. Ask them how they're doing, let them ask you a few questions for, 20 to 30 minutes, and then you should have 3 to 5 questions prepared for the end of the interview. And if you need a full prep guide, go watch this YouTube video. It's free. You got this! Follow for more. Okay, y'all, so I don't cry often. And I certainly do not take videos or photos of myself crying. But this broke me. So I was looking on Volunteer Match to see if I could find a career center local where I could go review people's resumes in person and help them with their interview prep and all of that. And I came across a posting for an elder home, isolated older adults, and all they want is 1 hour a week in the park, and they just want to play Scrabble. They just want somebody to play with once a week. I don't know why this is making me so sad. My grandma loves to play Scrabble, and she lives in Texas, but I have to do this. I suck at Scrabble, though. As somebody who gives advice to millions of people on the internet, something that I come across very, very often are women who are either trying to decide if they want to go back to work or be a stay-at-home mom, or they feel shamed about going to work or being a stay-at-home mom. And what's funny to me is that society makes it so hard to be a decent mom, but dads can just go to work, come home, take their kid to the park, and they're an amazing dad. Oh my gosh. Yet, God forbid women want to go to work to make money for their family, or not go to work and stay home to take care of their family. And what's crazy to me is that not only is general society shaming women for either decision, but other moms shaming other moms for their decision. And anytime there's shaming involved, there is always insecurity. And so I'm here to tell you
that if you want to be a full-time working mother who goes to a job every day and puts her kids in daycare, that is fine. If you want to quit your job and be a full-time stay-at-home mom, that is also fine. Guess what? There are terrible kids that come from both stay-at-home and working mothers. And there are wonderful kids who come from both stay-at-home and working mothers. As long as your kids feel loved and they're healthy and they're safe, it literally is nobody else's business what you decide to do. Just let moms be, okay? They're holding up our society by a thread, so. Hey, you are a great graphic designer. We are going to promote you to senior designer. Great, thanks. Hey, you are a great senior designer. We are going to promote you to lead designer. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Hey, you are a great lead designer. We are going to promote you to creative director. You'll have a whole team to manage. Isn't that exciting? Oh, yeah, no, thank you. Wait, you don't want to be promoted? Well, it doesn't really make sense. Like you said, I'm a great graphic designer, but that doesn't automatically mean that I'd be a good manager. That's an entirely different skill set. My expertise is in design, not managing people. This is actually a well-known phenomenon known as the Peter Principle. People get promoted up and up and up until they're not actually doing what they're good at anymore. Hence why there are so many bad managers. So what, you just never want to be promoted? You don't want to make more money? Hey, if there's management and leadership training involved, then yes. But if you expect me to just figure it out, then it's not a good idea for me or the company. Huh, that makes a lot of sense. You got this, and follow for more. So are you still thinking about quitting your job? I mean, I really hate my job and honestly the entire industry. But I've already spent the majority of my 20s in accounting, and if I try to switch to something else, I'm just throwing all those years away. Ah, the sunk cost fallacy. Who are you? What are you talking about? Well, since you're asking. The sunk cost fallacy is when you hold a belief that you've already invested so much time, energy, and money into something, you might as well keep going. Huh? It's like if you stay in a relationship with a bad boyfriend because, well, you already spent 3 years dating him, so why throw away all those years and waste them? Why are you looking at me? Or it's like staying in a career that you hate because you already got a degree in it, so why would you just waste it? Okay, I get it. The truth is, you get one life to live. Any day, at any moment, you can change the trajectory of your life. Who cares what people think? Quit that job, dump that boyfriend, sell that house, change your degree. It's your life. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. And no, that time was not wasted. You got this! And follow for more. I really want to set my new baby up for a strong financial future. So we're going to start saving $3,000 a year every year until they turn 18 for a college fund. I'm going to do the same.
How to answer one of the most difficult job interview questions. Tell me about a time you disagreed with your boss or coworker.
Hi, thanks for coming in today. So, can you tell me about a time that you disagreed with a coworker or your boss? Oh, buckle up. I have a story for you. Nope, I'm a pretty agreeable person. And this girl who sat next to me was always bossing everyone around, and I just told her she was annoying. Hi, thanks for coming in today. So, can you tell me about a time that you disagreed with a coworker or your boss? Yes, I do actually have a story that comes to mind. So my team was working on a campaign where the client really wanted to reference a particular TikTok trend. Everyone on the team, including my manager, was really excited about it, but I honestly had this gut feeling that it was inappropriate for this client to participate in that trend and it might lead to backlash online. So although I was just a junior account executive, I immediately brought up this concern to my manager because it was in the best interest of the company and the client. After I pointed out the issue, my manager immediately agreed and got on the phone with the client. We were able to pivot the messaging for the campaign and it ended up being a huge success. You got this, and follow for more.
One of the best parts about living in Europe was getting to see what people think of us and also what I think of the way they run their society.
Yeah. Wow. I think that's an earthquake. I'm not even kidding. That's
I was wondering, my sister's wedding is in May, and I need at least a day to fly there, so would I be able to get off just early on the 15th? I can keep working in the Uber on the way to the airport. What? Your sister's getting married? That's awesome. No, you are not getting off early. Oh yeah, I totally understand. You are taking the whole day off, and you are not working in an Uber, you weirdo. Oh, and feel free to take Monday off too. Just put it on my calendar. Okay. Yeah. Hi, I'm so sorry. I saw your email at 11 p.m. I'm so sorry I didn't respond till the morning. Listen, if I ever email you after 5 p.m., feel free to ignore it until the next business day. I tend to respond to emails late at night, so feel free to ignore them outside of working hours. Oh. Okay. Hi. How are you today? Are you sick? Oh yeah, but I feel fine. I took some medicine. No, you need to get some rest. Your health is the most important thing. After this call, I want you to shut your laptop, drink some water, and go to bed. I'll cover that meeting this afternoon. You just need to focus on getting better. Really? Oh, thanks. Ugh, Erin, I'm so sick of working in paper sales. I mean, it's the same thing day in and day out. Plus, my coworkers are weird. I wish that I could just switch to another industry, like sports, but I mean, that's impossible. No, it's not. It's totally possible. Maybe not easy, but possible. The whole working world is made up by humans. People switch industries all the time, and there are no rules. Huh? At the end of the day, all jobs are essentially the same, solving problems. If you can do that job in one industry, you can do that job in another industry. It's called a lateral move, and all you need to know is how to articulate your transferable skills. You know? No. Okay, so you know how football players will cross-train by going to yoga? Yoga isn't going to help them run faster or tackle harder, but it does improve their flexibility, agility, and mindset, which makes them a more competitive athlete in general. So I need to start doing yoga? Maybe, but no. What I'm saying is, what if selling paper doesn't make you a weaker candidate, but a stronger one? If you can sell paper, you can sell anything. You could sell B2B software, medical equipment, advertising space for a football game. So if I want to switch to sports, I could work in advertising for a place like ESPN and say something like, as a salesperson, I met or exceeded my quotas for 16 consecutive quarters. I've brought in $1.5 million in sales revenue in the past 12 months, contributing to 15% of regional annual sales. Now, if I can sell over $1 million for something as unglamorous as paper, I'm eager to see what I can do with Monday Night Football. You got this! And follow for more.
5 impressive questions to ask at the end of a job interview.
I saw in the news that a new disclosure rule was recently enacted. Do you predict that will affect business? What is the onboarding process like for new employees, and what can I expect to be working on in my first 90 days? Personally speaking, what has your favorite day on the job been so far, and why? I saw on the company website that sustainability is a big priority for the company. Can you share a little bit about how that's implemented? So what would you say the #1 goal for the sales department is in the next 12 months? You got this, and follow for more. I just found the craziest website. Like, if y'all thought ChatGPT was cool, remember the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix? Yeah, this is Her. It's called Pi. So first you have all these options. You can just vent, you can get help with your homework, you can brainstorm ideas. So I'm going to click just vent. Okay, so I wrote, help, my boss is driving me crazy, he's passive aggressive. I'm so done working here, but I'm afraid that if I quit, I won't be able to find a new job. What do I do? Press enter. By the way, this is not sponsored and this website is free. But if Pi wants to send me some money.
Job situations like this are so stressful. I'm really sorry to hear about the dynamic with your boss. The job market can be daunting, and I understand you're worried. That said, you deserve to be treated with respect in the workplace. Let's talk about options. First, have you tried talking to your boss about how their behavior is affecting you?
How to have a conversation at a networking event without crying.
It's so nice to meet you, Dave. So what company are you here with? I'm here with XYZ Company. What about you? ABC Company. Psst, just remember PAGE. PAGE? Place, activity, goal, exit. It's a little acronym I use at networking events. Okay, I'll try it. Have you ever been to Vegas before? No, first time. What about you? One other time. Oh, once for a bachelorette, but it was a little different than this. Have you enjoyed any of the keynotes so far? Yes, I actually saw the CEO speak this morning. Oh, I missed that, but I heard it was great. I'm hoping to go tomorrow. Do you have any goals for the week, or are you just here for a good time? Yeah, I work in marketing and sales, so we're on the hunt actually for a new CRM system. Oh, well, I don't sell those. Because I'm done with this conversation, I don't know what else to say. Oh, well, this is certainly a great place to shop around. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to go meet my coworker, but it was great to meet you, Dave. I'll see you around. Oh, all right. Bye. You got this. Trees, maybe because you're bored or you want to make more money, but you're not quite sure how to do that. There are 2 words you need to know. Lateral move. A lateral move is when you switch to a different position that's on the same level as yours. So you're getting paid the same and the responsibilities are the same, but it's in a different department or a different industry. So an example would be if you went from like a junior account executive in sales to an associate producer in the film industry. A lot of people are too afraid to make a lateral move because they think it's like too scary or it's impossible, or maybe they got their degree in that one thing and they've invested a lot of their career in that one industry, but people do it all the time. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing, supply and demand. We all get paid to produce things that the market is demanding. And that doesn't change whether you're in tech, hospitality, health, entertainment, etc. So apply to those jobs, and when you get an interview, go in and say that you're making to look a lateral move. It makes you look self-aware that you don't have a lot of experience in that industry, but you do have transferable skills. Follow for more.
Psst, Aaron, look. I got $10,000. Whoa, where'd you get that? Well, I saw online that there's this glitch with the ATMs. Basically, you write yourself a check for whatever amount you want, deposit it into an ATM, and then it just spits out the cash right there. Go get some money before they figure it out. Oh, that's not a glitch. It's called check kiting. It's been around forever. Well, check kiting or not, it worked, so. No, you just committed illegal check fraud. You're going to owe the bank that money, and you could go to jail. Well, I'm gonna go spend the money right now, so how are they gonna catch me? You literally took the money out of your own account. They can and will catch you. This is nothing new. I guess I should have listened to you when you told me not to pay attention to get-rich-quick schemes on the internet. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Follow for more. You need to stop caring so much about how much money you're making and start taking pride in how you manage your money. People trying to flex about how much money they make is so boring to me. Sure, Joe Jim Bob at the barbecue might be bragging about his 6-figure salary, but you know what he won't tell you? That Rolex on his wrist? Bought it with a credit card. That fancy MBA he has? Yeah, $150K in debt. Oh, and he just tried to buy a Porsche, but his credit was too bad. Joe Jim Bob has no savings, no retirement, no investments, boring. Meanwhile, Sally Sue is making $75K a year, and she's gonna be a millionaire when she retires. She went to community college, has no debt. She has a Roth IRA, set one up for her husband too. She maxes out her 401K, has 529s for her kids. She automatically invests $200 into the stock market every month and still has money left over to take her kids to Disney World. I don't care how much money you make, because if you can't learn how to manage $10,000, you will never be a millionaire. Ugh, Aaron, I've applied to like 500 jobs online and I haven't heard back from a single one. I mean, what is wrong with me? Ugh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Have you been tailoring your resume for every single one? I mean, 500 jobs is a lot. Oh, no, that would take way too long. I'm not doing all that. I know, it's tedious, but you know what else is tedious? What? Applying to jobs. Let me tell you a little story. Imagine you want to hire somebody to come over and bake you a pizza. So you post online, pizza maker wanted. You say you want fresh ricotta, homemade tomato sauce, and fresh crispy crust. 2 people apply. The first one is a chef who specializes in French, Mexican, and Italian food. He has a lot of experience cooking all different types of cuisines. Now the second applicant is a chef who specializes in pizza. His resume highlights his homemade tomato sauce, his fresh ricotta, and his famous fresh crispy crust. Which one do you think you'd hire? Oh, I see where you're going with this. Obviously, it's the second one. Nope, wrong choice. The first applicant is actually the world's best pizza chef. He has won all the awards, born and raised in Italy, and owns the best pizza shop in New York City. Well, why didn't you tell me all that? Oh, well, I did. But he didn't. That is why you have to tailor your resume. Companies know nothing about you outside of what is on your resume. Getting a good job isn't random. It's not throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. Companies carefully scan every resume to see how closely it matches the job description. And so if you're not tailoring your resume and networking, getting a job is going to take a lot longer and be a lot harder for you. Okay, you convinced me. I'll tailor my resume, but where do I start? Oh, you know I got you. I have a free detailed tutorial on YouTube walking you through everything you need to know. You got this. And follow for more. Hey, Aaron. So good news is that I'm getting job interviews. Bad news, I'm never getting called back after the first one. I mean, what am I doing wrong? Oh, well, you know, it can all be coincidence and have nothing to do with you. Or, you know, it could have something to do with you. Let's talk about the 7-38-55 rule. Hit me. Okay, so in the 1950s and 60s, psychologist Dr. Albert Mehrabian conducted a variety of studies that resulted in something called the 7-38-55 rule. The rule states that 7% of our communication is based on the actual words spoken. 38% is based on our tone of voice, and 55% is based off of our body language and facial expressions. For example, if I say, I believe I'm a great fit for this role because I have strong customer service skills and take initiative. Or, I believe I'm a great fit for this role because I have strong customer service skills and I take initiative. I said the exact same words, but all I changed was my vocal intonation and my posture. The problem is that most people actually aren't self-aware of how they come off in job interviews. You might think you look and sound fine, but that blind spot is low-key the reason you're not getting called back. Got it. So what do I do about it? My suggestion, find a friend who is ready and willing to roast you. And do a mock interview with them. Maybe they'll say, hey, you don't sound engaged or excited at all. Also, filming yourself works too. You got this! And follow for more.
Hi, I'd like to cancel my gym membership, please. Oh no, why are you giving up on your fitness journey so soon? I'm not. I just want to cancel my gym membership. Slow down and think about this, okay? How about I put your account on pause for a month and then we circle back and see how we feel? Nope, I just want to cancel, like right now, today. Well, if you really want to cancel your gym membership, you're going to have to come in person to do it. Hi, I'm here. Can I cancel? So unfortunately, only my manager can facilitate cancellation documentation, and they're only here between 9:45 and 10 a.m. on Thursdays. Well, I can't come in then. I have work. Okay, well, an easy alternative is that you can go home, sit down at your computer, log into the gym portal, fill out some papers, and send it back to us through certified. Why are you like this? You make it impossible to cancel my membership. No other industry does this. Well, because this is the business model for a lot of big gyms. We get a bunch of people to sign up, mainly around the new year, knowing that the majority of them are going to stop coming within the first few months. So even though our facilities only fit a few hundred people, we have thousands of members. And we make the membership just cheap enough that you kind of forget about it, but canceling just hard enough that you deprioritize it. So then we make money from, you not coming to the gym. By now you've probably seen this video of a driver on the highway having the car in front of it intentionally back into it. Insurance fraud schemes like this are on the rise, so I'm going to break it down for you. Car A drives on a congested highway. Car B pulls in front of Car A and slams on their brakes, causing Car A to rear-end them. In this case, Car A was able to stop before hitting them, so Car B reverses and smashes back into Car A, clearly not realizing that they have a dash cam. Then you will notice that the people in the back seat pull up a trash bag and cover up the car as the two drivers in the front trade seats.